sentimental FX update for the 17th of February. Bitcoin on the technicals is saying to buy, and we're above MR2, so we can have to target MR3 at 55.66.7, and very strong and fundamentally strong as well, because BlackRock said they were dabbling in Bitcoin, and they own the systems that house the algorithms that run that run the big banks. So they own the patent of the algos. So they're a very big bank to get involved in cryptos, and yeah, they were saying they were dabbling in Bitcoin. So fundamentally we can rally, and technically we can. Sentimentally we don't have access to, but I can't imagine anyone is going to short it, because you'd just be out of your mind to short it, because it's just on fire. If you remember a few weeks ago, yeah, it's about here, I was saying we should probably buy off monthly pivot. I personally didn't take it, but had we done, we would have done quite well. And we want to try and buy off above pivot, and we want to sell below pivot, and the monthly is very strong. So that would have been a nice entry for that. Risk reward would have been insane. So keep an eye on that. We're probably going to go up to MR3, I think 55.66.7. And a note on gold. If you remember what I was saying about getting your ducks lined up in a row, getting the FX multimeter indicator from the starter pack. And so if you did, you would have done well, and your patience would have paid off, because we waited for all the boxes to go red, and we would have entered, and that would agree with the sentiment as well. So we're falling, which is good, and because that agrees with the sentiment, and technically we're very much for sell as well. S&P, how are we doing? So interesting candles, bit of a wick here on the H4. In order for our signals to do well this week, we want this to fall, because we want risk off. Okay, so this is risk off when stocks fall, and when stocks rally, this is risk on. For our dollar trades, because we're long the dollar, we want this to fall. Okay, so it should be dead easy. You just need to look at the sort of the fundamental big picture, and there's lots and lots of reasons for this to rally as well. So I don't know if, like, for example, fighting that is quite scary. I mean, we have broken that trend line, and we have some resistance at MR2. So, and the dollar bubble is a strong buy. Well, it's going to be a strong buy if it comes down. So keep an eye on that. If we do negate this bullish volume here, then that would be interesting, because we should ignore the grayed out candles and focus on the candles with the dark colors. And this is currently showing bullish activity, but we've got a bit of a wick above. So we had a bearish candle here, and we're having a bullish candle here, but there's some selling going on, so it will be interesting. So there's definitely a bit of a tug of war here right now with the institutional money and the big fish. Looks like it is selling off a bit, which is good for us. So let's go through the SLCs. There's your SLC for AJ 82, your MR2, sorry, 8201. SLC above is 8246, and SLC below is 8167. We are buy at the high level, but I think below this we could probably target that. It all depends on the S&P. If the S&P falls, it's going to dampen this, because this is like one of the most extreme risk on instruments that you can trade, because Aussie is very risk on and the yen is risk off. So it's a combination of the two. So if the S&P falls, this won't do well. So it could be a fundamental play. And remember to check your MR2 8201. AU, how are we looking? 7760 and 7708. There's your monthly pivot there. So we're still bullish above monthly pivot, and we are buy at the sentiment. But if the S&P falls, it's going to hurt this. So it looks like there is some kind of strong correlation there at the moment, because we saw that selling here, that candle wick on the S&P. So that's having an impact on the Aussie. So yeah, it's definitely fallen a little bit. And this is printing off some bearish volume as well. So keep an eye on your SLCs and you should be fine. And the one above it is larger. I thought it might trigger that and come down, but we'll have to wait and see. EA 156.45, 154.97, and we're pretty bearish across all time frames apart from the 1 minute. EU, this is good for us, that's good stuff. 121.70 and 120.20, so 120.20, that is to remember. Technicals are all right for a sell, and the sentimental is a sell, and that's them guys going long. And interestingly enough, they went long at these bearish candles. So this was probably likely news related, because that doesn't make any sense whatsoever why they would buy on that. They clearly went long, as I heard at that point, these 2 hours. So it had to be news related, something to cause a reaction in their mindset. So that'll be interesting. I'll research that. I think what happened at those time periods. GU 13964 and 13822. This is larger of the two, and we are a buy. The same guy's going along over time, so we can come down and get that. MR 13821. I think we overdid it a bit. I was saying to you guys on the chat, we definitely overdid it, and it agreed with the harmonics as well. If you remember those bearish ABCDs that I showed you guys, and so that worked really well. So we can still fall. We need to come below there, which was C, if you remember, A, B, C, D. So we need to come below this, and then it will complete the harmonic. So it will probably be a buy opportunity around about here. It needs to come a bit lower, and then it will be a buy, because that will be X, A, B, C, D complete around about here. So keep an eye on that low. NU 72.03 and 71.50. We're a buy, but we're very bearish on the technicals. On above is 127.88 on Euro Yen and 127.06. That's them guys going long, which is bearish. There's your resistance at 128.03. Pound Yen 147.66 and 146.33. Sideways, nothing really decisive there on the retail guys, and we're a buy. So yeah, a bit tricky. Sentimentally we're a buy, but sideways on the dynamic and a bit mixed. It's saying to wait on the signal. So dollar yen is another one of our signals. 106.02, it's very close. And SLC below is 104.43. We are a buy. Dollar CAD. Another signal of ours. 127.67. 126.82, signal saying to sell, and the sentiment is saying to sell. So got to be careful. And that's them guys selling it over time, so that should be bullish. If they continue to sell it, we'll come up. Check your monthly pivot at 127.48. Last but not least, there's another one of our signals, so that's great. 89.95, 5 pips away, we'll grab that, and then we've got that as support, which is MR1 to 89.70, so we can grab that stop loss cluster and get support off the resistance, and then we can rally. SLC below is 89.69, the signal saying to buy and the sentiment saying to sell, but check your, oh no, what have I done? I've deleted the, well, oh god, this is the third time I've had to make a video today, just bear with me. Chart window. Template video. So annoying. Yeah, so the thing that I wanted to bring your attention to is the MyFX book line, and this is them guys, which is, as you probably might know, is that we use their data, and that's them guys selling it in a huge way, and that's why we had such a divergence on the dollar bubble and the Swiss bubble, because of this, and so that's bullish. Okay, so we crossed the 50% line, and we've got this technical to buy. And so that's it. So I'll wrap up now. I'm not going to waffle anymore, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. I've got to answer some Telegram stuff anyway. So yeah, have a good night, and hopefully the videos help. If they were helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and that would be great because I'm trying to grow my YouTube customer base. And yeah, so I'll speak to you later, and have a good one.